Love that bell. Hi, I'm Olivia. I am here on the Berkeley campus, like I am every day, and I'm here to talk to you about purity, politics, race, and class for a moment because, wow, this shit runs deep, but I really felt like, we might be at a place in society where we've moved past this, where this is not where this is not at the heart of kind of like how people are moving and making decisions, but we haven't. It's not. We are definitely still here, and so I need to unpack it. Like, okay, here's the first thing. So I wrote a little bit yesterday, kind of in some little Twitter rants about purity politics, purity rings, and Mia, the character from The Best Man. The Best Man is a film with Taye Diggs and Morris Chestnut, Nia Long, and another female actress, I can't recall her name, but she plays a character named Mia. Now, Mia is like the stereotypical like good girl, meaning basically she just doesn't have sex. That's the only, that is the definition of a good girl, I guess, in the Black Christian community. Okay, so Mia doesn't have sex with anyone. The whole idea is she's saving herself for marriage. People who walk around with purity rings on their finger, or who practice like chastity, like no sex before marriage, that is a real, concept. A lot of people believe in that, and they want to just wait to experience sex with their husband. That's fair. That's totally fair. Okay, but if you are not a part of that culture and a part of that society, and you do choose to like have sex before marriage, then it's kind of like, who do you have sex with? Where's the line between hooking up and being like a conventional like whore or whatever? Like there's levels to this, and then it's supposedly it's supposed to matter. If it's with this person who has these things, it's better than this person who has these things, and you don't wanna. There's all these rules, right? Don't talk to this person. You can talk to this person. You can do this, but you can't do that. This is on limits. This is off limits. Here's how the things work. All of the shit, right? Now, there also in every group it's different. So in one group, this thing is acceptable. In another group, this thing is not acceptable. Let me give you a really good example. So in the Black community, there's this thing called cotillion, where middle-class Black people, they get together, they wear these like dresses that are supposed to be like indicative of like, oh, you are preparing for adult society. I'm presenting you to the world. You are going to, be married one day. So they have these dates, and the big idea is like all the people who go to this like community, they are supposed to end up, marrying each other because they are a part of like the elite class. Now, this is like the Jack and Jill type of people. To some extent, it has worked out that way. To a larger extent, I would say it has not, simply because I think nobody took count of immigrants. There's not another way to say it. Like, immigrant communities tend to stick with each other, and there's many of them. There's also quite a lot of Black immigrants. I'm talking about immigrants across the board. So we've got European immigrants, we've got Latino immigrants, we've got Asian immigrants, and we've got African immigrants. And we are talking about American culture right now, because American culture has been pushed on the globe. Everyone, all the popular American films, everyone understands the characters, everyone's unpacking these themes, and everyone's just trying to be like that. Now, to some extent, for Black people in general, this is awful, because a lot of the depictions of Black people have been caricatures seeped in like, poverty and destitution. And so that's kind of the way generally some people look at Black people as a whole. And there's another part to this where so it's very hard for just other communities in general to see Black people as like humans, especially Black women. Now, clearly I am a Black woman, therefore I hold some stakes in this game. Now, for a very long time, I wanted to be recognized and understood as an intellectual, because like at heart I am, right? So for me, that meant really like downplaying my sexuality simply because like I didn't want to be a sexual object. Instead, I wanted to be looked at as a person with ideas, and also not just a woman with ideas, but like a person with ideas, even though I am black and I am female. Now, because the representation from this group is so minimal in all aspects of society, now I might want to exist and make my own mistakes and have my own personality, but to other people that's not possible because that caricature and stereotype that they've learned from their racist families, from their very small worldview. We're talking about people from villages here, and not in some way where it's funny. We're really talking about people from villages, from small Asian villages, from African villages, Latino villages, favelas, all that shit. These people are coming from like very small isolated communities, and the like really toxic stereotypes that they are propagating out into the world, they really believe that shit, and they've never seen any example of anything else. And I'm just tired because I do not want to be the example for fucking everybody. Bitch, I'm tired. Like, I can't teach all of y'all how to be civilized. Like, what the fuck am I, like Gandhi? No, I'm not fucking Gandhi. If you're gonna pick a character for me, pick one of the Rihanna videos where she like shoots somebody up, because that, let me be that character. Or like Zoe Saldana in Colombiana, I'll take that one. Let that be me. Watch that movie and be like, that's like Olivia. I will take that. Let me be Zoe in Avatar. I'll take that one. Yeah, I'll be that. All right, but like, I definitely don't get to be like whatever other weird ass caricature that like anyone else is. And also like, okay, so I am a person, a whole human, and I am also a sexual being. Like, I'm not, like, I was one at one point in my life, a prude, but like, I'm definitely not anymore. And like, if I like someone, I would just tell them, and you know, I do what I want, right? And there's something very strange about people not understanding like what sex work is, what prostitution is, which is, I feel like we, as a society, we just need to do better, because like some of you are like going around labeling people as sex workers when they're not, or people as prostitutes when they're not, or other people who actually are prostitutes, and like you don't understand what that is. If someone is selling sex, that's prostitution. If they are not, it's not. Like, there's not that. But also, you could kind of like ask someone if they're doing sex work. I don't like. And then I guess that's, some things are getting strange because of like Instagram culture, and now everybody thinks they're like, I honestly don't think I'm an influencer. I just can't help it if those brands want to send me shit. I'm not going to be like, no. I'm like, sure, but like, you know, I don't build my life around being an influencer. It just so happens I'm the only fucking black girl who's occupied some of the spaces that I've occupied. I end up being a fucking influencer because I'm actually influencing people. Like, that's the way. It's like, even when you don't want to be a role model, but you're like a role model just because like you're fucking there. Now that's exhausting, but also my real lived reality. Okay, so we were going back to purity politics. Oh God, I can't believe I'm the one who has to explain this. So I've seen something on the campuses lately that I think is very comical, but also super problematic. Now, we want to live in this culture of empathy where, you know, everyone's treating everyone else like a human, but for some reason, all the groups don't see black people in general as humans at all. So they just do shitty stuff. And then they believe like, oh, we don't have a voice and we don't talk shit too. Like, I see the Latino hoes and the white hoes and the Asian hoes, and they're all equal hoes. Like, it's not, we don't get to paint a society where like only the black women who have sex are like hoes or something. Like, that's not real. That's, y'all need to stop. Y'all need to like get off the fucking internet. Like, go outside, live in the real world, actually have lived experiences with people who are not exactly like you. And also, let's talk about college for a second, because like a lot of you have just like lived in towns where you like clearly had no social life in before, like college was the first time you were able to like do anything. For me, that is just not the case. I definitely lived a whole full life way before college, probably starting in like all the years actually, since elementary school, my life has been very full since then. Maybe even college was like very strange just because like the entire culture of academia was like very new for me. So it was like I had to get like accustomed to that. Moving on. So I'm getting into this conversation around college because like there are really some people who have purity rings and believe in like no sex before marriage. If you're a person who's walking around with a purity ring and a cross, I'm not like, we all know what this means. Those symbols have meanings. We get it. But most of y'all are not that. That's not like for like 90%, maybe less than that. Okay, like 75% of the general pop here, y'all are not walking around with purity rings. So what this means is like every person that you talk to, you're fucking somebody's leftovers. Point blank, period. There's not another thing. And then it's just weird to me because especially like in this like black male it's a really toxic culture, honestly. It's white males too. It's actually this like really toxic bro culture. I'm seeing this a lot in terms of like tech bros, and maybe this is because for some people this is the first time they're getting access to models and they never have before. But as a person who was, and I guess is, a part of like the model community, like have some respect, okay? Like definitely, you know, have sex with who you want to, but like just be respectful. That's it. Like I personally, I'm just not a person who's gonna like look at someone based on like their physical appearance and be like, you're trash, or like I would never, or blah blah. Like some people are making movies and films and music and stuff that's really kind of seeped in that, and it's honestly, it's gross. That's a really cute dog. It's gross and it's really hurtful because like there are people behind this. But also, as a person with a vagina, I'm just here to tell you, I know everyone wants to preach this like men are the prize bullshit, but women with vaginas run the world, and there's not another thing. Like I know you all want to believe something different, and you want to believe that the person who chose you is like a princess who's never been outside or done anything in their life, and that shit is just not true. I'm so sorry, but like it's just driving me fucking nuts, honestly. Like I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of fucking like hearing that it's like, oh my god, like I only do this, like I never have any conversations about sex and blah 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 blah. My girlfriend is so blah blah blah, she was in this and all this, like all these fucking narratives of like all the shit you're supposed to say to like be acceptable, and then all the other shit that you can't say or do to be acceptable. And if you like fall anywhere in between that, it's wrong, you're wrong, something's wrong. It's just fucking weird, right? And the thing, and this has been bugging me for a while, like for a really long time, the respectability politics. It's like people cannot tell their parents that they're out here fucking up. It's like that same person whose parents are like, well, she's so great, she gets these grades and she does all these things and the internships and she's just great, and they like to like talk to the other parents about shit when you are on the campus with the person and you're like, they just did crack like yesterday. I was with them in the Tesla when they were like snorting cocaine. They're like the biggest hoe on campus. Like, what? Is this a joke? And then these are the same people that y'all be like propping around. Y'all like have them on your arms. Oh my god, like we're so she's so good. I'm not saying these people aren't great. Like I think everyone can move past their hoe phase. I'm just saying, like, don't push that shit on somebody else, especially when it's like you're living a lie. Like I'm sorry, like when I heard the Hella Black maybe this was when I heard the Hella Black podcast episodes where Delancey was basically talking about his experience in college and how he basically ran through all these white girls, and like probably somebody in the Bay Area right now is like walking around calling that person a wife, right? And then Delancey is also out here in society being like, well, I fucked her, blah blah blah, all this shit, right? And it's just kind of like, it's so toxic. I really want us, like, please I feel like I've never been a person to propagate that, but also for some reason, like, people are trying to propagate that on me. Like, what? It's kind of like, let's wait for her downfall. Like that, I mean, I'm not sure what to say except for like, I'm gonna humanize my mistakes every time. There's no point, and there's nothing that I could do or say that I will not learn from, grow from, and humanize past. And it really feels like, unfortunately, there's a lot of people who are unable to do that, especially, and they've never like seen a person occupy my fucking skin and do it. So basically they've never seen black women with intellect, and that shit disturbs me. But also, it's not my fucking problem, and if you bring it to me, you will fucking get the fire. I don't know what to say. Don't be mad when I come for you after you've come for me, and then you were like, well, she's so mean. Yes, I've been fucking mean. I'm not like just mean today. I've been mean for a very long time. I've tried to write articles in mean voice. Y'all see my YouTube videos? They are not Olivia the nice girl. Society is brutal, and I feel like I see the truth. So, I'm gonna go back for a second, because I was like starting to say it, and then I feel like I went off on another tangent, but there was a point here. I was talking about Instagram culture and influencer culture for a minute, because here's what I saw. And I saw like a lot of like tech bros trying to like almost like flaunt, be like, oh, well, all the people at our startup are really attractive or something. They're all, and so they like make little jokes, like content and shit about like, oh, like these people are together, and like these people are hooking up, or blah blah blah, or here's how, look at this. And it was like, it was cute, and it was like acceptable or whatever. But here's the funny part, I guess, that like y'all aren't familiar with. I think this is where it gets like really tricky, because like Buckbees are real and black people are just cooler. So I don't like the point. I'm saying that to say, like, did you like not think that how can I put it, all the black attractive people with access know each other? There's not another. I know y'all are like, I got this really cool token black person over here in this little corner that only I know, and they're with me, and they don't know anybody else. That's not true. There's just not that many black people out here, okay? Like, and also, y'all are picking weird motherfuckers. Like, they are not representatives of the black community. We hate them. I don't know what it, like, I don't know what else to fucking say. Like, y'all befriending weirdos, and nobody thinks that they're cool, and nobody thinks that you're cool or cultured. Everyone still thinks that you're a fucking weirdo. I don't know. Maybe a lot of people think I'm a fucking weirdo too. I think more people just don't understand me, what it feels like for me to be free. And here's another thing, okay, and I was gonna unpack this, and then it kind of turned, and I feel like this is why yesterday I was trying to give examples of my aunt and my grandma specifically, who in terms of like access, I guess, like they've had so little. Well, I shouldn't say, they've actually had a lot of access, but in terms of maybe like infrastructure, that's a good point. In terms of infrastructure, they've gotten so little from public infrastructure, but so much from like society in general. Like, I think the point is, American society does not understand what to do with wealthy black people or middle class black people, because y'all just don't have any representation of us. That's a thing, right? But also, and this is like an ode or a message, I suppose, to just like black women in general. Like, I thought Michelle Williams' comment today with the pearls and the like cater to you shit was funny. I thought it was really funny. Because she's like, y'all are just mad because you gave away your pearls to blah blah something, and she was making a reference to purity culture and basically saying some of y'all are having sex before marriage, and now you're mad because you hooked up with a loser. Oh, that's true too. That's like, she has a valid point, but also like, and I guess I'm just here to say it because it's like a lesson I had to learn for myself. If you are, and this actually goes for any woman, really if you are a woman, if you are a person, you have the ability to take care of yourself. You don't need anyone else to take care of you. And I know it really feels like, oh, you need your dad, and you need your mom, and you need your community, and you need all this shit. and just other people have those things. So this is why I've been talking about the roadmap that's already like laid out for them, all this shit that's been given especially to like middle class white people. The entire infrastructure is like laid out for them to feel like they are so great and everyone else is like less than. And it's like bullshit, but everyone else actually has to actively fight against that, while they just kind of like coast through, you know? I'm just saying, if you're not a person who's like coasted through, you can also survive, and let's normalize that survival. That's my point. Normalize that. It's not fucking easy, and you really do have to like pay your way, but that's kind of what everyone else has been doing. And specifically, like, maybe this is another part of, I guess, society that isn't really looked at, and there is content about this. Like, maybe more immigrants should watch Roseanne. Watch Roseanne. Roseanne is a television show about a poor white family. It depicts the culture of this poor white family. It depicts the poverty, depicts this like the class structure, right? But I would still say that like Roseanne and her family are still living a quality life. I mean, they might be white trash in whatever sense that is, but like, I mean, they are also living an American life, right? That story, I mean, this is, okay, I think Roseanne is very depictive of like when I was talking about the Walmart Consuelas of them. It's like they don't really pride like intellectualism or academia, but they will, you know, find some place in another aspect of society. Like, you know, I don't even know, I can't recall what Roseanne, I think Roseanne was a housewife and her husband did something like he was like a bus driver, you know, something else. There was some other aspect of society that they occupied, and, you know, they had children and the children went to school and they had, you know, some social issues, but they kind of like moved on and got over it. Now, I think for me, I think a lot of people don't understand me, because they don't understand, not poverty porn, I don't want to say it like that, but almost what this like what people who are not overly grateful for the bare minimum look like, right? Like, I felt bad for a very long time having the sheer amount of access that I've had. And why have I felt this way? Because I realized that most people who basically are like, I would see the other black people, I would see them come to the valley, and I would realize like, damn, y'all don't even understand that like most people are so far ahead of you. They have so much more access than you. Like, their families already have money, they already have property, they're like generations of, you know, attorneys and doctors and stuff. Like, all of the things that you're getting for the first time, and you're getting like the bare minimum at that, and like you're accepting it, and it's like you're not even upset that like I don't know, that people are treating you as though they are doing you some favor by allowing you to be here, as though like you are not that much smarter for being able to occupy this space. All of it collectively is exhausting. And I guess like I'm just tired. I'm really tired. But I also feel like I feel like for one thing, like I have to do something about it. Like, I have to do something about it. I can't just like watch it and like and say or do nothing. This is why I've been trying to like speak about it and talk about it and make content about it, because I'm tired. You have to be tired. Like, you can't fucking just watch this and like not see this as true. God. Like I said, I am tired. And I just really hope that me as Olivia, I will just continue to be able to make my peace, say my words, have my opinions, and occupy my space. I'm really tired though. I can't, like, I'm so tired. Oh. Oh my God, I'm tired. All right. I felt like I needed to make this content. Like, I needed to say this rant. I definitely needed to do it, and I'm happy I got it off my chest. But I don't feel resolved. So, okay, here's another thing. Let's just timestamp this. So on Friday, there's going to be an event. This is an event that Delancey is hosting. It's supposed to be like a Pan-African blah, 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 something, right? I'm going to go. I got to say, though, like, while I was on campus, I didn't really participate. That is a big dog. I didn't really participate. Oh, that is a big-ass dog. What kind of dog is that? Yeah, very nice dog, very cute. So where was I at? I'm sorry, let me go back. Push you back. Okay, so on Friday there's an event. It's supposed to be a Pan-African event, all right? So like, I shared this event with some actual African people, and I feel like they're not going to go. I feel like they're not going to come, right? Like, I met up with someone today who is he's like actually from Africa, and I was like, oh, you know, like, you should come to this. And he was like, oh, okay. And I'm thinking like, he's not gonna come to this. Like, also, like, whatever it is that people believe that I am or I'm not, like, let's say that I have a scarlet letter and I've done all this degenerate shit that would make it so that I'm not, I don't know, popular, fucking politically correct. All right, I'll take it. But also, I am black, I am fucking human, I am an adult, and I have to live in this goddamn society too. So why don't we just try to make this, like, feasible for everyone? And I keep hearing this shit too from other people. They'll say, well, we have to live in this society. This is like the problem. Everyone gets mad when you start talking about Karens. Karens will be out here all fucking day making life hell for other people. Like, nobody talks about the fucking guidance counselor Karens who've been telling black children for decades, don't go to school, you'll never be shit, you'll never amount to anyone. I don't know if anyone else saw that fucking Twitter thread where, like, literally everyone, I mean, it was like 5,000 black women got on there talking about how their guidance counselors all told them, don't apply to anything, don't try to do shit, don't become anything, because you'll never make it in life. And it was just like, wow, you bitch, like, you fucking bitch. Like, they told, like everyone had the same goddamn story. The same fucking story. Like, 5,000 people with like, Karens from all over the country. They all did the same thing. Now everyone's all mad when people are like, we fucking hate Karens. The Karens are the worst. And now the Karens are like, but we have to move in society and everyone hates us. Fuck, yeah. How do you think we all felt when y'all were all, like, putting up pictures and, like, slavery? Hello? Like, I have to fucking live with knowing that happens. And it fucking sucks, doesn't it? It fucking sucks. I'm sorry. Now the Karens know that we all hate you and it's supposed to be like a surprise. Man, people aren't treating me nicely anymore. They scowl at me in the grocery store. Yeah, bitch, everybody hates you. Maybe that's awful. Okay, I mean, honestly, I don't want to live in that society either, but we're kind of here. This is like, what? Like, let's be honest. Like, we're fucking here, though. Like, here, welcome. Here we are in the land of shit. You know, like, oh, now that everyone's broken everything, now I'm supposed to be nice? Like, I'm not supposed to tell the truth? Like, fuck y'all. What? Now I'm the person who can't be honest? Me? Get the fuck out of here. What? I swear, bro. I'm just tired. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. And it's like every time you try to take a break, you're like, okay, let me just get one day where I'm not thinking about like how awful all this shit is. And you don't get a day. There's no day. Fuck a day, right? Nope, no days. Team, no fucking days off. Every goddamn day there's something else. This is why I feel like I have to show up to Delancey's little fucking event, because like, even if the community is fucked up, that's where the fucking community is, right? Like, and we're like, you have to help the fucking nuggets. Like, what are we gonna do about the next goddamn generation? I'm sorry, like, everyone wants to look at me like a fucking failure, but I went farther than all of them. Shit. And all I'm saying is, like, at least I fucking tried. Half the bitches who, like, know what I do, they just didn't do shit, like, at all. People are, like, sitting around in their public housing tokens and have never done fucking anything. Meanwhile, me over here actually getting a fucking job and traveling the world 3 times, everyone's like, oh, fuck this bitch, taking all the opportunity, blah, 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 all this shit. Well, then you fucking do something about it. Why is it always me? I'm tired. I'm tired. Ugh. I guess I'm saying all that today to say today wasn't a good day. Today wasn't a fucking good day. Today was not a good day. Maybe tomorrow will be a better day. But also, I am really fucking tired of working. Like, I hate working a lot. It's the fucking worst. I hate having a job. I hate paying the fucking bills. I hate being off the family phone plan. Honestly, I feel like maybe I should just like not pay the phone bill and just watch this motherfucker get turned off and just be like, you know what, it's fine. I'll just figure out a way to live off the radar with fucking Wi-Fi, because I am tired. I am tired. Dude, it's like all of it together is just a lot. It's a lot. It can't just be me. There's no fucking way you guys are out here and like you don't see it. Like, this society is the worst. It's the fucking worst. It can't just be me. I shared one fucking video, an accurate depiction of history, and now I'm the active racist? Fuck you. I'm sorry you assholes don't read or don't know anything about like world history. That is not my problem. And also, just because I fucking tweet a fact, something that is historically accurate and actually happened, doesn't mean I took the action to make it happen. Like, why don't they teach y'all critical thinking? Stop going to college and learning nothing. Stop going. Read a fucking book. Ugh. And not some fictional America is white like Friends book. Read a fucking book about like how white people have colonized everything and other people have had to figure out a fucking way to live after that. Read a book about the actual drama happening on the continent of Africa right now and other niggas who are dying. Like, read a book about what's actually fucking happening in the world, because I am tired. I'm fucking tired. And why do I feel like I'm the only one? I feel like I'm the fucking only one who's seeing it and saying something. Why is it fucking always me? Like, I don't get to have the fucking target on my back. Like, I didn't do this shit. You can't just point at me and be like, it was her. Well, she's the one now. No. I didn't commit all the atrocities that have happened to black people in the country. Okay, like, it's not my fault that all the black people hate you because of colonialism. Not my fault. I didn't do it. Okay? I'm just fucking here, living like the rest of you motherfuckers. All right? Don't give me some token about how I grabbed more or have more access. I fucking go to work every day just like you do. That's it. Like, there's not... And I feel bad. Because it probably would have been way fucking easier to just be an Instagram hoe. These bitches are out here getting a lot of money. I swear, I look at Ruby Rose and I'm like, this bitch got it made. She's got it fucking... I've never heard of anyone with so much hoe pride ever. Except maybe Madonna. But like, God. And I'm like, let me just be an example of how to actually, you know, learn a skill, read, write a fucking blog post, and I'm the motherfucker who gets the axe. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. It's like I almost want to tell people, don't try. Don't fuck trying. Just go. Like, what you should do, get you a fucking Instagram page, get a sponsorship, and do it the fucking American way, because clearly hard work does not pay off. Like, it does not in this racist motherfucking country. So you shouldn't, don't bother trying. Don't bother. There's no fucking point. It doesn't work, and it doesn't fucking matter. So there you go, the inside scoop coming from your resident news reporter telling it like it is. Just another day in this awful ass country. Me sitting here with my homemade tea and pot of bullshit and secrets. So maybe tomorrow I'll have another one that I'll spill. I guess we can call this segment Spilling the Tea. Spilling the tea. Even though I fucking drank all the tea, but, you know, I mean, whatever. I'm fucking tired. I'm tired! And I don't get a fucking break. There's no breaks. Oh, God.